We all have responsibilities for the horses that give us so much pleasure. And in the past, you know, there was a kind of feeling, well, we just don't want to know.
Horses are life, and you know, if it wasn't for them, we would not have a job.
Horses are easily adaptable, and it's the environment, I think, as much as anything that makes it that. And I think if you can take something from a buzzy yard and put it into a nice quiet home where there's going to be patience and love and understanding, I think every horse will settle down.
They are the most fantastically intelligent horse, fantastically loyal. They've got such character.
I do not believe that racing has a major welfare problem. British racing is ahead of the world on this. It's just that if you do care about thoroughbreds, you've got to realise you're bringing a lot in. Think about what happens afterwards.
A thoroughbred is an athlete, and it's not bred or designed to end up chewing cud in a field.
You've got to be responsible for these animals once they go out of the sport. You've got to be able to keep an eye on them.
We've many problems in racing, but my goodness, one problem we should never have is these old warriors, these horses that are given so much to the game that they're being cast aside. That's a horrible sort of blot on the racing character.
Approximately 4,000 horses per year leave racing, either because they've reached the end of their successful racing days or because life as a racehorse just doesn't suit them. Following a television documentary in 1995 called They Shoot Horses, Don't They?, a study was commissioned to find out exactly what happens to racehorses in Britain after they finish racing. The group was chaired by the International League for the Protection of Horses, and it found that the majority of racehorses do find suitable alternative careers, but that around 300 per year need charitable intervention. This led to retraining of racehorses being given charitable status in the year 2000. RoR raises money from within the industry, promotes various options for ex-racehorses and distributes money to formally recognised rehabilitation centres to assist them in providing care, retraining and rehoming to former racehorses.
The RoR takes on official responsibility for what happens to racehorses after their racing days are over.
A lot of people were not aware that there was life after racing, and a lot of competition riders weren't aware how suitable thoroughbreds are for nearly all disciplines.
If there was another life after racing for them, great, absolutely great.
The majority of horses that has raced would have a job to do within show jumping and eventing. So to have a process of catching them when they are not in racing anymore and giving them a second career, I think is only great.
The RO are doing a wonderful job with their new show series because it gives it gives them a reason to buy a horse to train them for these competitions.
The RoR has really raised the profile of what a horse can do way beyond racing, and it gives those horses a second chance, a chance to go on and excel in another sphere and give someone and maybe several people a lot of pleasure.
The main thing in racing, though, that welfare is a balance between what we ask of a racehorse and what we give it in return, and we ask an awful lot. And the main message of retraining of racehorses is that the responsibilities of a trainer and an owner last far beyond the career span of a racehorse on the course.
I've always thought that thoroughbreds have got a huge future apart from racing, and it's only really now since the RoR's taken control of it all that everybody's really heard about it, and I think it's an excellent thing.
We now know where every horse is going after it leaves training. We do know that no racehorse from this country goes abroad alive in order to be shot for meat.
Everybody is putting in, realising that you cannot cast these animals aside. We're all in this together. It's not a cause that you've got to say, well, some people don't want to do it. It's a question of letting everybody know that it is there to be done, it needs to be done, it's on all our consciences that we all do something. And the great news is things are improving. We all love the horses. We all owe a debt to them. Now is the time we must repay it.